Keyshawn Davis shook up the boxing world in a way no one saw coming. His dominant performance against Ivan Baranchyk was more than just a victory, it was a statement. He made it clear to everyone watching that he wasn't just a rising star, but a force to be reckoned with in the lightweight division. But what truly stole the show happened after the fight. Standing in the ring, adrenaline still pumping through his veins, Davis grabbed the mic. He didn't waste time with the usual pleasantries, no empty praise for his opponent or vague talk about what's next. No, Davis had something on his mind. He called out Gervonta Tank Davis in front of the entire world, and he didn't mince words. Tank Davis, you know what it is. Stop running. You've seen me before. You know what's coming. Let's make it happen. The crowd erupted. Instantly, the arena was buzzing, and within minutes, social media was on fire. The clips of Keyshawn's call-out spread like wildfire, igniting discussions across the boxing world. This wasn't just another young fighter trying to make a name for himself. There was something different in the way Keyshawn delivered that call-out. It was personal. Keyshawn had just dismantled Baranchyk with surgical precision. From the opening bell, it was clear that Baranchyk had no answer for Keyshawn's speed, timing, and power. Keyshawn's footwork kept him just out of range, while his combinations broke Baranchyk down round by round. Every punch had a purpose, and by the end, Baranchyk was battered, bruised, and beaten. It was a masterclass in boxing, and by the time the referee waved the fight off, no one was questioning who the next big thing in the lightweight division was. But calling out Tank, that took things to another level. Gervonta Davis has been a dominant force in boxing for years now. His knockout power is the stuff of legend, and he's made a name for himself as one of the most feared fighters in the lightweight division. But recently, Tank has hinted at retirement. He's made statements saying that he feels he's accomplished everything he set out to do in boxing, and that there's nothing left for him to prove. He's been at the top for years, beating elite competition, and has solidified his legacy as one of the best of this generation. But that raises an interesting question. If Tank really has nothing left to prove, why does it feel like there's still something to lose? Keyshawn Davis clearly thinks there is. And this isn't the first time he's mentioned Tank. In multiple interviews, Keyshawn has hinted that he already knows how to beat the knockout king. He's confident, yes, but this isn't the kind of bravado we see from most fighters. There's a reason behind it. There's history between these two fighters, and fans who follow the sport closely know it. Keyshawn and Tank have shared the ring before, not in a professional fight, but in sparring. Sparring sessions are often kept private, but in boxing word gets around. And according to Keyshawn, those sessions didn't go the way Tank fans might think. Keyshawn has been coy about what happened, but he's always dropped hints that he held his own against Tank. I've been in there with him before. I know I can knock him out. That's a bold statement, especially when you're talking about a fighter like Gervonta Davis, whose power has become almost mythical. This is a man who has knocked out elite-level fighters with a single punch. Fighters who were supposed to give him trouble found themselves flat on the canvas, staring up at the lights, wondering what just hit them. But Keyshawn isn't just surviving off the memory of a sparring session. He's been putting in work and showing the world that he's more than just talk. The real question now is, will Tank Davis take the fight? For years, there's been a lingering debate among boxing fans about whether Tank has been avoiding certain challenges. No one questions his skill or his knockout power, but his choice of opponents has come under scrutiny. His fight against Ryan Garcia was massive in terms of popularity, but many hardcore boxing fans believe that Garcia wasn't the toughest challenge available. Then there are names like Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, both of whom have been calling for a fight with Tank for years, but those matchups haven't materialized. Now Keyshawn Davis is the latest young lion stepping up to the plate, demanding his shot. And here's the thing, Tank is running out of options. Devin Haney has moved up to 140 pounds, chasing bigger challenges, and leaving the lightweight division behind. Shakur Stevenson, while incredibly skilled, has been caught in the messy politics of boxing promotions. Outside of a possible rematch with Ryan Garcia, there aren't many fights that will excite the fans the way a clash with Keyshawn Davis would. That's what makes this matchup so perfect. Keyshawn Davis is young, undefeated, and hungry. He's dangerous and has the skill set to back up his confidence. He's not just calling out Tank to make noise. He genuinely believes he can take him out. On the other side, you have Gervonta Davis, a superstar in the sport, a knockout artist with a resume that speaks for itself. The contrast between these two fighters is what makes this potential fight so intriguing. You have the young, ambitious contender versus the established champion who has seen it all. Styles make fights, and this one is a clash of contrasts. Keyshawn's boxing IQ, speed and technique would be put to the test against Tank's devastating power and explosiveness. Keyshawn has shown that he can break opponents down systematically, but can he withstand the pressure of fighting a man who can end the night with one punch? On the other hand, Tank has never faced someone quite like Keyshawn, a fighter who combines technical mastery with the belief that he can beat anyone. If this fight happens, it won't just be about skill, it'll be about mentality. Can Keyshawn handle the bright lights, the pressure of fighting in front of a global audience against one of the biggest stars in the sport? Can he maintain his composure when Tank starts stalking him, looking for that one opening to land his signature left hand? Or will Tank Davis prove once again that there are levels to this game, and that Keyshawn, talented as he may be, isn't quite ready for the top? Fans have already started to debate the potential fight all over social media. Boxing forums are buzzing with questions. Can Keyshawn really handle Tank's power? Is this fight the next Floyd versus Canelo? Will Tank take the risk? Or is he avoiding Keyshawn? The pressure is on, and here's the reality. If Tank doesn't take this fight, the conversation around him will change. No longer will people be debating whether he's the best fighter in the lightweight division. No longer will fans be talking about him as the most feared man in the sport. The narrative will shift, and it will shift fast. Is Tank Davis avoiding Keyshawn Davis? Once that narrative takes hold, it's hard to shake. Boxing fans have long memories, and they're quick to call out fighters who seem to be dodging tough competition. Tank Davis has always been known as a warrior, a man who doesn't back down from a challenge. But if he doesn't take the fight with Keyshawn, that reputation could take a hit. Keyshawn, on the other hand, is playing his cards perfectly. He's not just winning fights, he's winning the promotional battle. He understands that in boxing, it's not just about what you do inside the ring, it's about how you position yourself outside of it. Every interview, every call-out, every move he makes is designed to keep his name at the top of people's minds. He's putting the pressure on Tank, and now the ball is in Tank's court. Will he take the fight? If he does, it could be one of the biggest lightweight showdowns in recent memory. If he doesn't, fans will start asking questions that Tank may not want to answer. What do you think? Should Tank step up and face Keyshawn? Or is Keyshawn biting off more than he can chew? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more boxing breakdowns, because this story, it's just getting started.